What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Cookie DAO today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Shout out to that Pulse player for requesting Cookie. We would have talked about it anyways, man, but you requested it, so so why not give you a shout out? 7 hours and 50 minutes left. 18.8 cents right now. It's the 15th day of June. We have 7 hours, 50 minutes left in the day and in this week. I can confidently tell you we've found the low. We've found the low. If you're looking for a good investment, if you want something that's going to make you an absurd amount of money this cycle, well, you look no further, man. You got your hand in the cookie jar, and it's not a bad thing, man. You got your hand stuck in this cookie jar, or you're about to, one way or another, man. It's a phenomenal thing. It's going to do very, very well. From a low to a high, we're right below the 382. Typically speaking, whenever you go below the 382, you look for this kind of behavior, and then you come right back up, right? This is a perfect area to find support. Not only that, we're at prior areas of resistance, talking about perfect areas to find support. It makes a lot of sense that this is the zone we go to. As you're coming down here, notice where the volume is, right? Notice here, this is Coinbase, okay? Coinbase is the second largest exchange in the world for crypto, okay? You had a lot of volume here on this day when you were moving up. You had a lot of volume on this day when you were moving up, when you had a wick, when you were buying, right? As you're moving down, though, there is an absence of volume, right? There's no selling pressure going on, or there's very limited selling pressure. This thing's going to reverse to the upside hard. What do I mean by hard? I mean from a low to a high within a week, you're going to be up over 100%. From a low to a high, by the end of the month, you're going to be up 150% or more, right? You're going to see some consistent growth between now and the end of the month, absolutely. I want to put this thing on Bybit because it has more historical data, right? We've got more of a chart here, so let's use that, right? And just take into consideration too, guys, because I've actually had a couple people, I've pointed out some charts, and people have pointed out charts to me, and they just asked me, are these complete scams? Are these forsaken? It looks like they just rug pulled us, right? Notice how this coin started off, right? Sometimes coins, they just sell off. And in fact, this is what I heard whenever I started my technical analysis, my investing journey, was that the best thing that a chart can do, the best performing charts in the world, they sell off at first, right? They give you an opportunity. They give the strong hands an opportunity to get in. That's what you want to see. All the insiders, all the people who were in it before, they got out. They got no part of it. Now it's the people with conviction who get in. They get, and then same thing with these like massive drops that you see, right? The best thing for a stock to do is to decay immediately, and then you get that robust growth afterwards because you have an opportunity for people to buy up that supply, which will ultimately give a supply shock that just sends that price higher. How high did this price go? From a low to a high last time, you saw a 42.4x move, right? 42.4x. That seems like a lot. It is a lot, but in crypto, man, it's pretty standard stuff. It's nothing. I mean, it's nothing too crazy, right? It's not like it was a 100x move, right? We've seen Solana do a 60x move in this like same amount of time, even or less time than that, even or probably about the same amount of time, I should say. Back in its early history, right? We're at $100 million market cap right now. Psychological support at $100 million. That's probably why we're finding support around here, you guys. $21 million. It's a Sunday. The markets, the markets of the world, like the stock markets and stuff like that, traditional investors, they're closed, they're asleep, we're not participating right now. And yet there's $21.4 million in volume on this thing right now. There's interest even over the weekend. 20% volume according to your market cap is a good thing. At the lows here, finding support at your weekly closing highs at $100 million, right? We're looking really good. What if we were to see the same move? What if we don't see a 42x? What if we only get, I know it's so sad, a 21x? What if we, instead of a 42x, you get a 21x? It's only half that move. That puts you at about $1.53. First off, I think that's not good enough because from a high to a low here on your fibs, that's just below your minimum target. So let's at least address a 23x as a possibility, right? As crazy as a 23x from the low sounds, we were talking about it back there at the lows too, guys. As crazy as it might sound, it's half the move that you saw here. You got a higher market cap and all that stuff. It's also at your minimum target on the fibs. What would that do for you here from the current price? That gives you at a minimum, again, this is your minimum expectation, the low end of the spectrum on what you could expect this thing to do as far as performance goes is an 8.8x, 781% growth, 8.8x, okay? If we see the next phase, what would that do? What could that do? I mean, overall, that would be something on the lines of a 32x. And typically with the 1-4-1-4, you go up a little bit above there. So maybe you go up to like 260, 250. It's like a 36x, 35x, right? Something in that kind of area. What if you go to the next level, all the way up to the golden ratio? Could Cookie DAO see a larger move this time than it did its first time? I think it could. At first, when we were down here, I was like, I don't know about that. I've actually really come to grips that I think that this could happen. We could see a price for Cookie all the way up around $4, right? And that's a nice psychological level too. You have the self-fulfilling prophecy. It traps a lot of people. You'll see people up here who are thinking about selling, but they're not going to want to sell like, oh, we're so close to $4. I'm just going to sell at $4, $4.20, $4.20, right? All these funny numbers or whatever that they have in their head that don't really mean anything to the charts at all. It's very, and by the way, it's a 54x. I mean, that's perfect time to sell too, by the way. I mean, who knows? We could go higher than that too. I've seen crazy things happen in crypto, but my perspective would be this is the maximum expectation, which would be a 54x overall. The minimum expectation is a 23x. And then from the current price, that in turn would mean that the minimum expectation is a 7.8x. The maximum would then be about a 20.5x. Okay, that's the maximum expectation. Where are we likely going to go? I like to put us right in the middle there, just above the 1414, like I was saying, at about a 13.5x. That sounds fair to me, right? 13x from here puts Cookie over $1 billion in market cap. Probably gets you into the top 100 or so, or maybe in the top 200 at the very least, because everything's going to be moving up. And if you grow more, you grow more, man. I mean, this thing really could be a winner. Crazy things happen in the crypto markets, man. It's completely possible that you could see something that's absolutely insane, and you just move all the way up like a 40x or more, because this thing, I think, has enough drive, has enough attention on it, enough belief and momentum, right? It's in the right niche space, being an AI coin, and it's got such a low market cap with all this attention on it. $100 million. If you were to see a 40x, that puts you at $4 billion. It's really not that much in crypto. Like, that's a drop in the bucket. That's very attainable. And certainly you could do that from here. My only thing with that is from a low to a high, at that point, we're talking about a move that's over a 100x since April 7th. I have a hard time seeing that happen between April 7th and like the end of July, but it could happen. I've seen things move up that much in shorter amounts of time, right? Or in the same amounts of time. Like we've seen that happen before in crypto, so it's not that it's impossible. In fact, $10, nice psychological area of resistance there. Maybe we do. Maybe you do move up to a $5 billion market cap. I don't know. How big is this? How big is the AI space? What's it actually supposed to be valued at? I don't know. I think we're about to start touching the barrier on this next move. But my expectation would be something between $1.65, and I'm not really even considering $1.65, $3.90. Heavily considering 250 to 260, something like that, by the end of this next move. And the question, if at all, has come up in this discussion: is it a good time to buy Cookie? I hope the answer is obvious. Yes, I think it's a very good time to buy. Right? I think it's absolutely not financial advice. Not a financial advisor. Yes, it is. You had a good area to bounce from here in the daily RSI. 4-hour RSI has some bullish divergence on it. You actually might have, no, you just have, one drive of bullish divergence, not bad. The 1-hour RSI looks pretty bad in all fairness, but you've got some structure, some higher-low structure. You look like you're breaking out of your downtrend. So there's good things going on too. But the 1-hour being bearish doesn't scare me. 4-hour having a bullish setup is exciting, and the daily time frame is just absurdly bullish. You look out, the more you zoom out, the more bullish it is. 3-day time frame's bullish, weekly time frame's bullish. And we've got the skies to reach. So I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, all right? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.